In 1991, the hospital that I was working at had a mainframe system with just dumb tubes. And they went to a system called Famous, and believe it or not, the application was Famous Last Word was the application. And it was the first EMR system really developed in the States. Last Word was a Windows-based application. And at that time, I believe it was Windows 95 that we were using or deploying with Famous.
So that was quite a learning curve for the staff who are going to be using the new system.
Oh, it was a tremendous learning curve because we were introducing people to mice and how to use mice. You know, and some people had the Star Trek approach where they would pick up the mouse and talk into the mouse. You know, they just didn't know. People would use the CD trays as cup holders for their coffee, you know, that type of thing. So it was a challenge getting everyone on the same page and teaching them how to work with a PC workstation.
So what was the biggest challenge with the implementation? Was it like a technical challenge or a people training challenge?
It was a people training challenge, and it was also a testing challenge because you're going from one system to another, and you want to make sure that when you move the data, that the data is accurate, that you moved it accurately. So there's a reconciliation process that has to take place after you do the data migration. So that can be quite challenging because you really have to go through some of the patient records and verify that their history is as it was on the old system.
And that's going to be a challenge that we have with our system even today.
Correct. That reconciliation process will occur right after the go live to make sure that all the data converted. And actually that will be done pre-go live as well to ensure that the data is migrated correctly.
What are your top tips for them to get prepared for the go live process and beyond? Because obviously it's going to be a big adjustment as we go through it.
I would go to the training sessions and the learning sessions and try to learn as much about the new system as possible, because things will change. There will be some frustrations, you know, when you go live. But I think most people will pick up on those changes fairly quickly, and you know, they'll overcome the obstacles. I've been through maybe 20 to 30 go lives, not just with EMR systems, but with other systems. And usually there's a shakedown period of about 30 to 60 days where you're kind of straightening things out, tweaking things, making sure things are running correctly. I think most people will get the hang of things within the first 30 days. I think the fact that the hospital today is using PCs, people are much more familiar with Windows and Windows-based applications than they were then, you know, back in the 90s when we first brought up Famous Last Word. So that's a big plus. That's out of the way. But I would say, you know, just kind of take every day in stride and, you know, try not to get frustrated with things. If you see an issue, again, you know, report it, let it go up the ladder, let the teams that are set up, let them fix the issues, and, you know, just push on.